every nation and every state is always there to grab opportunities that are there or that exist in the international system. And all that depends on how strategic a nation is, on how strategic a state is, and under the leadership of the heads of state, to be able to, to see the potential of the country that he leads, and see how she can use that potential to galvanize the global opportunities for that particular state. And I think that, well, global diplomacy is very key. And my understanding is that the strategicness of this global diplomacy, which by extension now gets into the whole concept of foreign trips, is very important for heads of state. But the strategicness of those trips and diplomacy is what is important. And I think that it is right for some Kenyans to be pessimistic about the trips, because, they just want to get to know the details of some of these discussions that happen, so that they can be, because remember that, taxpayers' monies are being used to fund these trips. And so it's just fair enough for the country and the people to get to know, these are the deals that, the specific details of some of these deals, because, bilateral meetings can be very elitist. They can be very, what I would call, up in the air. A lot of words and being spoken in diplomats can be very good in lies. And the details of how the sweet words of diplomats get into the realities of what the expectations of the specific people of the country want is ideally why this whole discussion is emerging. And I think it is incumbent on state, agents of the state to see, and I can tell you for sure that in bilateral meetings, huge discussions are always being made. Big deals that have been mentioned here and even in other places will always be mentioned. The key question is how to make these big deals and big talks realities.
Exactly.
And I think that for me, this is actually where we need to have candid discussions, because, bringing the big talks into realities is actually what will now make even people begin to realize that, these foreign trips really make sense. These foreign trips are really worth the cost. And in as much as it might be too early to, get to know really how fruitful these trips are, my charge and my challenge to governments and to the government and the people who are engaged in some of these negotiations is, the talk is big, the deals have been signed. The reality is when we get back with the deals, with the signatures, and to see the details and how we can make those big talks realities that bring change to the lives of people. There's something that I want to bring, which I've also had a very firm belief on. As a student of diplomacy and a person who studied diplomacy at very high levels, it is important for us to appreciate that in as much as we want to go out to look for jobs for our people, countries do that, but they are more strategic on how they do it.